Going into Ottawa Hyrox, I had 3 goals. First one, sit at LT1 pace during the runs and just see what happens. Second one was to practice mental toughness. Third one is to execute calm on the wall balls. So in this video, I'm gonna go through all of the reasons behind these goals, how it went, and how I took a narrow victory in a time of 55:23. During training for this entire season, I've put an LT1 workout in place once per week. So LT1 pace is something that I can hold for like a marathon or half marathon. It's not super fast, so your heart rate will be somewhere in that kind of like zone 3 area. And the goal is to stay well under that LT2, which is generally an effort that will spike your fatigue. Think of it a bit like zone 4-ish. Since the effort is a bit easier, it's something I can sustain for a long time. So for me, this functions as a way to get a bit more of an intense dose of aerobic work, and also played out that the run pace is almost exactly the same as my Hyrox pace, so it's fairly specific. And during Hyrox, my effort and heart rate are much higher than LT1, but the actual speed is almost the exact same. So in terms of pace, LT1 pace is what I wanted to do. So my thoughts are that if I practice running this exact pace, it'll make it easier to dial in my running form during Hyrox. So coming into Ottawa with this plan, it gave me confidence in how to pace things. So the first 2 or 3 runs, it felt pretty easy, and I could feel the pace and how my body feels during the actual runs. And since I practice this pretty often, I can call on that feeling in my running form like pretty confidently. An example of an LT1 workout that I've done in the past would be something like 20 minutes at LT1 run pace, 15 minutes at LT1 echo bike, rest 3 minutes, 15 minutes at LT1 run, and then 10 minutes at LT1 bike. So it accumulates a lot of volume. So how did this play out for me on race day? Overall was pretty good. My run splits were extremely consistent, got a little bit faster as it went along, and my effort was never in question. However, it might have been a little bit too conservative. The run time was quite a bit slower than my PR, and my heart rate data showed that I was playing it pretty safe. One thing that came to mind is I train in Colorado at about 5,600 feet, which is about 1,700 meters in elevation. So the pace that I run here is about 8 seconds per kilometer slower than what I would be able to do at sea level. So I assumed that my pace would just like naturally be faster as I dropped to sea level, like in Ottawa, but mechanically I changed nothing. So my pace didn't change. It just felt easier. So overall, I think this is a good strategy for the race, but there's room to improve on the actual execution on my end. So I would definitely recommend adding an LT1 workout to your training if this is something that you've been thinking about. And I've documented much of my training this season, and it's all available in the RMR Training app, and it's scaled for intermediate and beginner Hyrox athletes. So if it's something you want to kind of test out, we have some references for you. Okay, the second goal was to work on my mental toughness. I'm trying to embrace the mentality that every workout and race is an opportunity to show up better than I have been in the past. So physically is something that we try to do. And the physical gets taken care of through like weeks and months and years of training, which has generally been my approach to improve. And now I'm trying to adopt the same process mindset around the mental side of performance. In the past, I would come into an event with a mental strategy and just hope it would work and just kind of like baseline toughness and fitness would get me through. But for this race, I wanted to come into the event with the goal of improving the mental game, not to come and perfect it on this day, but to improve. So for me, oftentimes when things start going off the rails, it's because I'm thinking too much. I coach myself, so during events, I can kind of have my coach brain on, and I should just be thinking as an athlete. So the coaching brain would have me thinking about why things were happening and what I could do better in training and what it means about my current fitness. So in Ottawa, I wanted to remove that and just lead with my body and leave the coach brain for after the race. Overall, this worked very well. I think it helped that I generally was comfortable because of the missed LT1 pace. So I didn't really need to kind of fight the mental battle as hard as I would during some super high intense effort, but it is a step in the right direction. And it is something I will continue to work on in these next couple weeks leading into Hyrox World. And honestly, I will just be working on it for the rest of my athletic career. And my third goal was to stay calm during wall balls. This goal is a bit physical and also mental. In a vacuum, I'm good at wall balls. I've done Karen, which is 150 wall balls for a time, and I've done unbroken twice and under 4 minutes and 40 seconds. So I can do wall balls. But during the race, things become very frantic. In the Thunderdome, it's really loud. Crowd is loud. My brain is loud. Fatigue is turned to 1,000,000. So my main goal coming in was to not even think about where I was, how many reps I've done, or how many reps I have left, and just do the work. When things would get hard, I wanted to let my body just feel the work and then put a calm and positive spin on any intrusive thought that might come in. So overall, this worked amazingly well. I don't remember having any kind of negativity or overwhelming feeling of fatigue. And again, this could just been due to the overall comfort that I was feeling during the race, but it is still nice to be able to run one of my top 5 times and execute a strong set of wall balls. During the race, I broke at 83 reps for really no reason at all, but I picked the ball up and finished without an issue. And in retrospect, I really didn't need to break. Would have been awesome going broken, but it's a slight mental lapse on my end. So from here, the goal will be to continue working on the mental strength during training and setting up workouts that will stretch me so that I need to push into that uncomfortable place. So I continue to kind of stack progress mentally. We'll definitely continue to do the LT1 workouts. With this much time left, I will reduce the total volume and try to go a little bit faster. And I just need to trust my body to do the work. And that's going to be the things that I really need to put a focus on if I want to achieve the things that I feel like I can achieve come Hyrox World Championships. So I hope this was a helpful breakdown for you, and I'll talk to you next time.